Good morning, everyone. Thank you for listening to my presentation. My name is Danny Huang, and I am delighted to present our research on DEKT. In this presentation, I will cover 4 key sections: introduction, methodology, experiment, and conclusion. Now, I will present the introduction. Knowledge tracing aims to model learners' dynamic knowledge states and predict their future response performance. Most of the existing KT models concentrate on learners' historical learning sequences or the relationship between exercise and skills, which can predict well. However, most of them overlook the importance of exercise representations and other beneficial exercise information. Besides, the relationship between exercise and learners is neglected, and difficulty and discrimination differ from exercise to exercise. We incorporate 3 additional types of heterogeneous nodes and employ the dual-mode contrastive learning to strengthen and complement exercise representations with semantic and structural information. To solve these challenges, we propose a dual-mode contrastive learning enhanced knowledge tracing model. Our main contributions are as follows. We developed a heterogeneous graph and highlight the vital significance of information pertaining to learners' difficulty and discrimination. We decide dual-mode contrastive learning to strengthen and complement exercise presentations with semantic and structural information. Experimental results demonstrate that DEKT can better complete the KT task over baseline models, which validates the superiority and effectiveness of DEKT. Now, I will present the methodology section of DEKT. The structure of DEKT is divided into dual-mode contrastive learning part and the learning process modeling part, which are shown as the upper and lower parts in the figure. In this section, we introduce the DCL part and the LPM part, respectively. The DCL part comprises the conjunction of heterogeneous graph and dual-mode contrastive learning. The LPM part is further divided into a dual temporal attention mechanism module, a learner states module, and a prediction module. Next, I will introduce the DCL part. As shown in the figure, the heterogeneous graph includes 5 distinct node types: learner, exercise, skill, difficulty, discrimination, and 4 relational types. More importantly, difficulty and discrimination are crucial exercise information, but they focus on different aspects. Difficulty is concerned with the general easy or difficulty of the exercise for all learners. Discrimination is concerned with the complexity of the exercise to distinguish between learners' abilities differences. This dual-mode contrastive learning part is mainly divided into 3 parts: path-based mode learning, schema-based mode learning, and contrastive learning. There is a lot of semantic information in heterogeneous graphs. For example, the 2 different exercises designated the first exercise and the ninth exercise are associated with the same learner. This semantic information can be modeled by meta paths. Since multiple meta paths represent various complex semantic information, we can utilize meta paths to learn exercise embeddings with higher order semantic information. We use Sage convolutional network to sample and aggregate neighbors' information. Since different meta paths represent distinct information of the same exercise, we use attention to fuse different representations of the same exercise on all meta paths. Then, the next learner answers the second exercise contains the first skill, with the second discrimination and the third difficulty. Such local relations can be modeled by network schemas. Therefore, we can take advantage of network schemas to ensure that exercise embeddings can accurately reflect local structural information. For certain exercise nodes, different types of neighbors contribute differently to it, and the contributions of nodes within the same neighbor types are also different. So, we introduced the relational graph convolutional network to capture the diverse local structures through network schemas. We average the sum of two exercise representations from the path-based mode and schema-based mode to obtain the final representation of the exercise. In order to strengthen and complement these two independent representations, we incorporate graph contrastive learning into dual-mode learning. The same nodes of two modes are treated as positive pairs, while distinct nodes of the same mode and distinct nodes of two modes are treated as negative pairs. When the else exercise from the path-based mode serves as the targeting reference node, the contrasting loss in the path-based mode is calculated as follows. Because of the symmetry of the two modes, we can define the contrasting loss in the schema-based mode. Finally, the final contrasting loss function is obtained. Next, I will introduce the LPM part. To focus on the learner's historical learning interactions being strongly related to the target exercise, we applied two attention mechanisms on the whole sequence in different terms, allowing us to acquire learners' knowledge states in a more effective manner. Besides, a time-related decade term is introduced to simulate the learner's forgetting behavior. For modeling the learner's historical learning sequence and further considering the correctness of the learner's answer to the exercise, we extend the exercise embedding by incorporating an entirely zero vector to obtain the final interactions. Like most deep KT models, we employ the LSTM to obtain the learner's knowledge state. Here, we introduce the embedding representing each learner's learning abilities. During the prediction phase, we consider the learner's knowledge state, the exercise embedding, and the skill representation, considering the learner's abilities as follows. For training learnable parameters, the following binary cross-entropy loss is used as the objective function of the LPM part. Finally, the total objective function of DEKT is a linear combination of DCL loss and LPM loss. Now, I will present the experiment section of DEKT. The section of the experiments is introduced, including the full data sets, the compared baselines, and the implementation details. We present the experiments on 4 public data sets. Experimental results demonstrate DEKT can better complete the KT tasks over baseline models, which validates the superiority and effectiveness of DEKT. The results of the abrasion study are shown. Specifically, the dual-mode contrastive learning plays a key role in enhancing exercise representations. The addition of learner discrimination and difficulty nodes refines the model's ability to capture complex relationships, though its impact is more modest. The dual temporal attention mechanism is essential for modeling long-term dependencies, and its absence leads to a significant drop in performance. Now, I will present the conclusion section of DEKT. We propose a dual-mode contrasting learning enhanced knowledge tracing model to capture the 5 exercise representations and enhance KT. Specifically, we developed a heterogeneous graph to represent the intricate relationships among entities within learners' historical learning sequences. Secondly, we highlight the vital significance of information pertaining to learners' difficulty and discrimination. Finally, we employ the dual-mode contrasting learning to strengthen and complement exercise representations with semantic and structural information. Experiments show that our methods can better complete the KT tasks over baseline models, which validates the superiority and effectiveness of DEKT. This is our acknowledgements. We would like to express our acknowledgements here.